Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Audrey and today we're playing our 7th day on our island of Gingersnap. And if you don't know this about Gingersnap, it is my Christmas island and I'm making a video every day up until Christmas, kind of like an advent calendar, and we're on our 7th day. It's been a full week of doing this. It's been really fun. I have gotten to 3 stars and I'm finally starting to decorate. And today I wanted to do 2 builds because I thought the 2 builds would not be big enough. I'm going to do kind of like this Illuminated Pathway, and then I want to put a Christmas tree farm next to my museum tent situation. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm clearing out all of the space for that because this is 2 quite big builds. There we go. We said it all in one go. And I need a lot of space, and I like to just clear everything out in the area that I'm working with, and then I will go ahead and build on top of that. And that's kind of what I do. I clear out, I build, I clear out, I build, until eventually the island is done. So I'm making this Illuminated Pathway and this Christmas tree farm first. I feel like a Christmas tree farm just has to be on any Christmas holiday island. Like, if you're not doing that, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's just a given. You have to do that. And then I have this illuminated walkway in between resident services and my entrance because the flow that I feel like you go through when you're touring an island is you go straight from resident services to the entrance, and then you go ahead and start your tour from there. And I do know that I said in my last video that I was going to try and build to the left instead of to the right, and these 2 builds technically are to the right, but it makes sense because the museum I cannot move, and I already know I wanted the Christmas tree farm to be there, and I was like, well, why not connect them while I'm here so I won't have to clear out any of the space later. It'll just be 2 big builds that'll happen. However, this Illuminated Pathway ended up taking me forever, so I don't fully finish the Christmas tree farm. It's okay. I'll be here tomorrow and I'll finish it tomorrow. I promise you guys, I will not leave you hanging. So I needed to buy some cedar saplings, and my Nook's Cranny was closed because I played pretty early in the morning. So I just kind of did some other things while I could wait because I didn't have Nook's Cranny open, and what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to buy some cedar saplings when they're not open? And it was only like 30 minutes, so I did not see the point in time traveling because I was going to have to do all this clearing out and stuff anyways, and buying a bunch of random stuff from the ABD. So I was like, you know what? We'll just do it this way and everything will be completely and totally fine. You know what I mean? And this Illuminated Pathway, I don't know why I'm talking about it now when it's not even close to being built, but it's not my usual style. I like when things are very rustic. In Animal Crossing, that's kind of what I go for. That's what I generally like to build myself. I think when people don't do rustic stuff, it looks great. Like, don't get me wrong. When other people do it, I love it. But for some reason, my brain is not wired to do like the bright, colorful things, and those illuminated situations, those illuminated items don't feel very rustic to me. I feel like I made it work. I don't know. Even if I didn't, we're not gonna say anything. We're gonna just say that it's great and wonderful and beautiful the way it is. So I'm just clearing out a path first. My favorite thing to do is to make a path first, even though I can't really see where things are going to go. You can always change the path later, but I do think it creates a really good guide for what you're doing, and you can kind of build around it. And I love the 9-tile The Path design. It's my favorite thing ever. It's my favorite way to design an island. I just think it looks so natural, and you can kind of be like whimsical with its design. And I don't know, I think it's the best. When people do those like very structured roads, I think those look great too, but I just can't do it myself. I feel like it doesn't look right when I do it, so this is what I go for. I go for dirt paths because I like when my islands look rustic and cute, you know? That's what I'm all about. But if you're not all about that, I respect you in your decisions in Animal Crossing, because I love looking at pictures of other people's styles. But and for me, designing, I like to be rustic with it. So you're going to see me kind of attempt to make this Illuminated Pathway And, you know, maybe it's good, maybe it's not good. If it's not that great, I think I'll just fix it later. I also think during the day it's hard to judge, but I like the idea of having the illuminated path because it's like having Christmas lights up. And, you know, who doesn't love Christmas lights during the holidays? It's honestly just a wonderful, wonderful thing about the holidays. But this is kind of the beginning part of the Christmas tree farm. And I also realized that I need to stunt trees for the Christmas tree farm, and I wanted to clear out this path, and I must have gotten up to get a snack or something right there. I stood there for a long time. And I realized I wanted to clear out that spot, so there's another instance of me clearing things out, and my pockets were very full. And I have a weird thing where I don't like getting rid of trees that are fully grown. I don't know why. It's not like it's a big deal to just plant more saplings, but I don't know, I have some sort of mental block where I feel like I cannot throw these away. I cannot waste them until I'm like nearing the end of an island, so I'll just kind of hoard them around areas that I'm not currently decorating in, and then they're a pain to pick up later. So I couldn't explain my logic to you even if I tried. I know that my play style is not the most fun to watch. Like, everything I do is like unplanned and chaotic, but that's how I like to play. I don't like to plan things out. I like to just vibe. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I enjoy doing while I'm playing. Like, the thought of being super organized sounds great. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, if only I was that person. However, when I play video games, I'm running strictly on vibes, okay? And I know that's probably frustrating to watch, and I recognize that I am a problem. Like, hello, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I know that I'm a problem. You don't have to tell me, but, you know, I'm just gonna do things my way. You know what I mean? So as I was watching this, I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm rewatching season 1 because I don't remember a lot of season 1, to be completely honest, and season 2 is out, and I have to watch it because everybody's talking about it. And, you know, as we all know, we watch Jujutsu Kaisen for the plot. I mean, like, why else would we be watching it? You know what I mean? No, anyways, I'm kidding. The actual show and the storytelling is really good. But what are we watching? I have not watched anything since Love is Blind came out. I haven't watched anything new. I kind of have just been vibing with like YouTube videos and stuff and streams and stuff. So is there anything good that you're watching right now? Or are we liking like the holiday movies? Are there any movies like during the holidays that you have to watch? Even ones that aren't necessarily about Christmas, like just wintry, cozy, you know, movies, because you're kind of stuck inside a lot more because it's cold in the winter. Shockingly, I know it's unfortunate that it's cold in the winter, but I wish like there could be snow and it wouldn't be like cold. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I just don't like when it's cold outside. I know some people prefer it. I am not one of those people. I like it to be hot outside. I don't like it to be cold outside. But I run cold. Like, even in the summer, I'm wearing hoodies. You know what I mean? So, yeah, anyways, back to what we were watching. I haven't watched a new show since Love is Blind came out this year. And I don't know if this season was the best season, but I did really enjoy watching it. And I enjoyed, like, all the memes people make. I love crappy reality TV. I mean, Love is Blind and Love Island are my favorites. I'm not much of a Bachelor girly, but I feel like I need to be because everyone is a Bachelor girly, it seems like, A. And B, it's like the most pop culture talked about thing, like, while it's going on, and I am just like never a part of it. So maybe I need to do that, but I don't know. Let me know what you're watching. And also, this is completely off topic, but I do have something that I'm a little salty about, and I feel like I need to talk about it. And that is Swoon lemonades. So if you don't know about this drink, how I heard about it is like Chamberlain Coffee did a collab with them. I think they made like a matcha flavor, and I tried to get my hands on it and I couldn't for some reason. I don't know if they stopped making it or if they sold out. I don't quite remember, but all I know is that I wanted my hands on this drink and I couldn't get it. But I went to like a Target and they had Swoon, like an Arnold Palmer situation, like tea and lemonade, and I tasted it and it slapped, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best drink ever. And I haven't had it much since, and then they had a Barbie collab come out over the summer, and I like had to try it, of course. So I tried it and I was like appalled. It tasted disgusting. I hated it. The only way I can describe is that it tasted like it had gone bad. So I assumed that I had a bad batch or something. I even had other people try it, and everybody's like pretty much review was that it tasted not right. You know what I mean? They were like, something's off. You know what I mean? Something's not right. And so I figured maybe it was like a pink lemonade flavor because, you know, Barbie, and that's very cute and fun. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's because it's pink lemonade. Maybe their pink lemonade like isn't very good, but I don't see it in stores very often, so I haven't gotten it a whole lot. And I was at the grocery store and I saw they had individual cans, and they had their peach tea, they had their Arnold Palmer's like iced tea and lemonade, and then they had their lemonades. They also had the Barbie flavor, but I am terrified of the Barbie flavor. As we all know, it tasted like it had gone bad. So I got the peach tea, I got the Arnold Palmer situation, and I got one can of the lemonade. And I tried the peach tea, and it was so delightful and refreshing. I loved it. Now, I will say, these are like low calorie, like they're sweetened with like monk fruit or something. So if you're going into it expecting like, you know, like a sweet, like a country time lemonade or an Arizona Arnold Palmer situation, that is not what you're going to get. It's gonna probably taste a little funky to you, but I'm used to this kind of flavor. Like I'm a Diet Coke girly. Like I'm used to these sorts of like no sugar beverages or whatnot. And they seem ultra trendy, and I was like, I love to be trendy. Who doesn't love to be trendy? I need to try these drinks. So anyways, I had the peach tea, slapped. I loved it. And then I was dying of thirst way later on. I was dying of thirst. And I opened up my fridge and I saw this Swoon lemonade. And I was like, how delightful and refreshing a lemonade to quench my thirst. I cannot imagine anything better. So I opened it up and I pounded it. Like I knocked it back. I drank as much as I could. But as I was drinking it, I realized it did not taste good. It tasted similarly. It tasted like it had gone bad. So, I mean, I acknowledge that, like, I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't fit my flavor profile, but I thought it was like the Barbie pink lemonade flavor that was the problem. No, it's just their lemonade. Their plain lemonade is just not for me, you know? And that's okay. That's totally fine. We now learn what we like, but can you imagine my disappointment when I was like so excited to have a cool, refreshing lemonade, and it didn't turn out how I wanted. But it's okay. We persevere. You know, we're strong, we're independent, and we persevere. So, as you can see, here I am at a treasure island, and I did not plan super well for what I was doing, and I also know that I am like, hey, don't ever learn recipes. That's bad. That is a no, don't do it. And I definitely do it in this video, but listen, I did it very sparingly, and I was trying to get as much room in my in my pockets as possible. And also, nobody was coming or going, so I don't think it really disturbed anybody. And that could just be me coping, but that's what I want to believe, so that's what I'm going to believe. But I just learned that I did not have enough like illuminated items when I was trying to build this like illuminated walkway Christmas light situation, but I filled my pockets. I got everything I needed. This island was perfect. It was chef's kiss. It had everything I needed. It went all super quickly, and so then I could go ahead and build this spot. And I don't think I needed as many illuminated items as I thought I would have, because the problem is there's not a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's like 4 illuminated items. What do we have? We have the tree, the present, the snowflakes, and the deer. And that's it. And I don't want to use like 1,000 of those trees, so I tried to use the ornament items, and like, I don't know, they just weren't doing it for me. You know, I like them, but like, I don't know, they're not, it's not that I don't like them, it's that I don't like using them. Do you know what I mean? So I started kind of planning out all these items. I also wanted to use a lot of the glowing moss so then at night it could glow, and I realized that I added all of this here, and I don't know if my dream address is going to be set at night or not, and that's kind of important to know, but I don't know. I might make it so it goes from day to night, like in the kind of set it at sunset kind of time, so then if you want to see all the Christmas lights you can, because kind of part of the fun and the whimsy of all the Christmas items are the fact that they glow. And speaking of glowing, Ione, that's how I say it, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Ione the villager, I'm pretty sure she glows, which is amazing, and I hope I find her on a future villager hunt. We're gonna have to do one soon. We'll probably do one within the next couple of days, because we have 2 more plots that we can sell, and then also we have 2 villagers that I'm not crazy about. We have Drift and we have, is it Plucky? I think it's Plucky. I think if Plucky stays, it's not the end of the world, but like Drift is not doing it for me. I'm so sorry. But he's just not doing it for me. So hopefully we find Ione on a villager hunt. I do have her amiibo card. I just think it's more fun to hunt for the villagers, you know what I mean? But I don't want to get stuck like using 1,000 tickets. Like, we truly do not have the time. If we had the time, I'd spend all forever trying to get Ione, you know what I mean? But we'll find out. But here I am trying to use these items. I'm sure I'm gonna find a place on this island for those ornament items, because they're honestly perfect. Like, but I don't know, they just weren't doing it for me in this illuminated walkway. And I also wasn't sure about using the festive trees, because they do light up, but they don't like really glow at night. So I was kind of just trying to use all these illuminated items as much as I could without it getting too repetitive, which is kind of difficult when there's literally only 4 of them, but they are so cool. And I also know that the ice items, like, you know, those items glow at night, and I love the way they look at night. However, I just don't like them all that much. I like the ice counter, but I don't know, I also like the ice like brick wall thingy. I think that looks very nice. But yeah, I could not bring myself to put it on this little patch of island here, because I'm trying to go for like a really traditional woodlandy look, and I was already kind of not going with that with this little illuminated walkway here. But I don't know, who doesn't love Christmas lights, you know what I mean? It's part of the fun. So but yeah, those ice items, they just don't do it for me. I kind of have an idea of a place that I want to use them at some point on the island, but right now I'm not feeling it, you know what I mean? So I think we're gonna go ahead and skip out on those for now, at least for a while, but maybe I'll bring them in at some point. I'm not sure. And I also I didn't think this little build here was going to take me so long. Like, it's just a little walkway with a couple of items, but I was so incredibly picky. I can't believe myself and how picky I am, and the fact that like I need every square to like have things thoughtfully placed on them, you know what I mean? Like, I am just a problem. Like, the more I see what's going on, the more I realize that I am a problem. I don't think that's actually true. I'm just kidding. But, you know, for a challenge where you have to do things quickly, I don't think I'm really going to do things quickly. But, you know, I would rather make something that I like than kind of half do it and then kind of be disappointed in it. I'd rather not feel that feeling. I'd rather feel like, oh, look, I did something and I like it. You know, that gives you the warm and fuzzies on the inside. Doing something and hating it does not give you the warm and fuzzies. It gives you the cold and what's the opposite of fuzzy? Spiky? It gives you the cold and spikies. That was something that I just said. Anyways, so yeah, I was trying to make those little ornament items work, and I do eventually just give up on them. I don't know. I really wanted it to work because they do light up, you know what I mean? And they do kind of fit. And maybe had I committed to them, it would have helped break up like the repetitiveness of the illuminated items. But I don't know. Also, I must have gotten up for another snack break here. What am I doing? What do you think I was doing in that moment? I sure don't know. Anyways, but also, this reminds me, it doesn't really, but I've just thought of it, is the Wholesome Direct was today, or I'm sorry, it was yesterday. I watched it today. I was late to the game, and I liked it, but not very much like super stood out to me. Or it was the Wholesome Snack. It wasn't the Wholesome Direct. I'm so sorry. I misspoke. Nothing really stood out to me super hardcore, except for there's a game called Loose Leaf where you play as like a witch who makes tea for people, which was really cool. But there were quite a few like horror games in there, and I thought they were cool, but I wasn't super crazy about all of them. But the music for all of these games was amazing. So, I mean, a lot of these I feel like I would play just to listen to the music alone, because that's a big part of the cozy gaming experience, I feel, is listening to the nice, fun, and cozy music. And at this point, this is where I was like, do I really like this or do I really hate this? And I was like also concerned about the fact that I had so many of those snowflakes in that little spot, and I had so many of those presents, but I was like, you know, I need to use the items, you know what I mean? I only have so much, and I'm not a fan of the ornament items, and I don't like how the festive trees are looking mixed in there. I tried it again, it didn't work. So we're just gonna be okay with the repetitiveness, because I think like in real life, if you saw it like all repeat like that, I don't think anybody would be mad about it, you know what I mean? And I also don't think anybody else would be mad about how it looks. It's just me being particular. And I went ahead and filled it out with some trees. At this point, I was also starting to realize that tree farm over on the side, that dream was not going to happen today, because this pathway took me so long for what it is. It's a little embarrassing how long it took me, but you know, I wanted it to turn out good, and it really turned out just okay, but I would have rather it turned out just okay than like terrible, you know what I mean? So it's okay. And see, I was picky about that tree. I had to run over, get some fruit, just so I could move that tree like one little spot over. But I'm not that mad at myself for doing that. Like I said, I want it to be good. I want it to be great. And I was placing some trees so it looks very foresty in this spot, because I want the little Christmas tree, you know, farm to look super foresty, like you're kind of driving through the forest and you see a Christmas tree farm. But you know, I think it's turning out good so far. I am happy with what I'm doing, even though this little walkway isn't necessarily my style. I am really happy with it, and I'm excited for what else we do. I'm excited for tomorrow, because we're probably gonna be able to do 2 builds tomorrow. Definitely the Christmas tree farm and something else. I don't even know what it's gonna be yet. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But we are nearing the end of the build, so if you liked watching me build, if you liked listening to me ramble on, please subscribe. I'm making a video every day up until Christmas. Hopefully I will finish this island in time. I think I really will. After this, I'm going to show you some footage of what's going on. Also, the music was by Demon Gummies. If you want to give it a listen, please click the link down below. It's great tunes. I know you enjoyed it, because I have enjoyed listening to it. And I'm just adding some finishing touches here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for enjoying the series. You know, I have been so, like, I've been having so much fun doing it. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.